Hey guys, what is going on? This is Travis P11. Welcome back to the channel, and again, we're doing a different type of video here. So what we have here is an EDC bag dump for a high school teacher. We're going to show you what I take with me to school every day. If you're kind of curious what it takes for me to get through a regular school day, or what I use or what I need. Again, it might kind of surprise you with what we have in here, or it might not. And we did an EDC bag dump, I think back in 2018. I think it was a VR challenge, if I'm not mistaken. Since then, I've gotten a different bag, but I really haven't changed a whole lot. But I'll show you some of the new stuff that I normally take with me to school every day if you're just kind of curious, what it is that I use. So first of all, let's talk about the bag, all right? This brand is called Crumpler. They came out in the mid-90s. They're based out of Australia, and they're known for their Courier bags. They make a lot of camera bags and hip bags and shoulder bags and stuff like that. Thing about Crumpler is I wanted one so bad when I was in college, but they were so expensive. Crumpler bags were like, a good bag was over $100. And also you basically get them from Australia, so you have to pay a lot on shipping too, especially if you want some of the new models. Well, thanks to 25 years in eBay, I got this one for 20 bucks. This is actually an early 2000s model, but I can get some of the 90s bags if I want to. So the name of the bag, and this is what's cool about Crumpler, the bag is called the Considerable Embarrassment. And they have like the minor embarrassment, the moderate embarrassment, and the considerable embarrassment. And that basically tells you what the bag size is when you look at it. Now they've got a whole line of bags. They've got, I don't even know, probably 100 different bags that you could choose from, and different styles and types, if not more. They're also known kind of for their color patterns. Now for being early 2000s, this one's not too retro. It still looks pretty modern. It's very comfortable. They're very rugged the way they're built. And they kind of got their start as a messenger or bicycle courier bag company. So we have no front pockets on this one. But we do have a top pocket in here. So what I'm going to do is take you through everything from the back to the front that I keep in my school bag every day. Just what it is that I take to get by. So starting off, I got a school-issued MacBook M1. MacBook Air. I absolutely love it. Of all the MacBooks I've ever used, and I've probably been using Mac laptops for, gosh, probably 15 years, if not more. I've even had some of the late 90s models that they first came out with. This thing is awesome. It doesn't get super hot. It can multitask. If I got another laptop, I would probably go with something this route because it's small, it's relatively lightweight, it does a lot. Now, I'm not a dyed-in-the-wool Mac guy. Don't get me wrong. I dabble in Linux, and I love Ubuntu, and also Windows 11, and I like old retro platforms and stuff. But for work, this is pretty much what they give us, so this is what we use, and it is a great laptop. It's just an M1 processor. I think it's a 2021 model, if I'm not mistaken, and I'm probably, if I buy one, it would probably be an M2 processor. Then also in the bag, it's always good to have your testing schedule with you, so you know when you're testing and when, because we have a lot of meetings and stuff to talk about what's coming up, so I keep those with me, important dates and stuff like that. Love the bag because it uses a ripstop nylon inside, and it's got a nice padded pouch. I would say this is probably good for up to a 15-inch laptop, at least a 14.1, like that MacBook Air will fit in here. I guess I haven't tried my larger laptop. You might be able to get a 16-inch model in there. But if you go on eBay, you can pick these bags up so cheap. I bought mine used, and I've used it now for almost 4 years, and it's awesome. I got myself a little mirror. Always nice to have that. Check myself in the mornings. Dongles, you can never have enough of those. This one's pretty cool. So this plugs in the, I don't know if it's like their, whatever the port's called on the Macs, it's basically a USB-C, maybe it's Firewire or something like that. Not Firewire, I'm sorry. Thunderball or something like that. But you've got that. It's got HDMI, Ethernet port. It does have the USB-C port on the side, and then also USB 3.0s. And this is, Cable Matters is the name of the company. And this thing is pretty cool because I plug it in. I always have a spare with me because you never know if you're going to need one, if the one that's in your classroom is going to fail. That's all for that center pocket. Presenter mouse, it's got a little dongle that plugs in your laptop, and this has the special USB, the USB-C plug on it, and it also has a laser, which is nice. I can use it to point out stuff if I need to. There we go. Actually turn that on and show you that it does work. I don't know if it's Bluetooth connected or what it does exactly, but it's great for presentations and stuff like that, so this comes in really handy. All right, so it's nice to have a little presenter mouse. And just like in that first bag dump, coffee is absolutely an essential. So that little pouch right there on the side, we just have some instant Starbucks. Any instant, I don't care if it's Folgers or whatever, I've always got a packet with me because you never know if you're going to need it. It's always real handy to have. So coffee, definitely a necessity. Left-hand side, it's a little messy, but we've got a little flashlight, mouse. Over here we've got a little flashlight and a laser combo that I can use, and also a pen as well as a stylus. It's good for working on tablets and stuff like that. Sometimes you dabble with stuff that's got touchscreens. Got an assortment of Sharpies going on, lots of different pens. My pen of choice is the Papermate Inkjoy Gel 0.7. I love this pen. These are super comfy to write with. My handwriting is horrible, so this makes it a lot easier for me to write. You get a good grip on it. Sharpies, a little pen here with my grandpa's insurance company on it, and it's got a flashlight in it too. You wouldn't think you need flashlights, but you'd be amazed how dark high schools are when the electricity goes off, which has happened a couple times. We've had power outages, and the hallways are super dark because you don't have a lot of windows, unfortunately, sometimes. Main pouch is basically open. I do keep a protein bar in here at all times. Kirkland Chewy protein bar. I can survive as long as I need to with one of these. I always carry a spare power adapter for the laptop. I've got another one in my classroom because you never know if you're going to lose one or if it's going to walk off, or one of your colleagues is going to take it and then return it next fall. And then over here for planners, I'm old school. I know we're in the age of digital planners and stuff like that, but I really like to use just a regular hardcover planner. This is a 2022-2023 Moleskine. These are like 20 bucks. They work really good. I've always got a lot of stuff I need to jot down, and I can't stand using digital planners like, you know, calendar programs and stuff. I like to see stuff, open up my book, and just see exactly what I need to do. Plus, I like to have space to jot stuff down if I need to. And so these are really nice. They got kind of a waxy cover. They're kind of weather resistant. And again, that's a Moleskine, just a daily planner. It's a real thin one. And if you look on eBay, I bought this one used for, well, not, I bought it brand new without the plastic on it for $8, but it was new inside. Somebody bought it, opened it, didn't like it, and I picked it up super cheap. All right, moving on. What else do we have here? Oh yeah, you always got to have a little coffee topper. These are nice to have too. Very, very important. Left-hand side, we have got spare set of keys. Got to have chapstick. I'll die without that stuff. It's always necessary. Ibuprofen, always important for morning headaches. Right-hand side, we have the little boo-boo kit. So we've got a kit that's got some Kleenexes in it, some antiseptics, salve or gel. Band-Aid's always important to have. You never know if you're going to catch a paper cut. And then I've got a little mini system also that has it also, a little first aid kit. Again, this is something I don't really use during class. We have many first aid kits in our class anyway, but these just come in handy. In the front, got the ID badge. We'll just kind of keep that covered. School keys, they go up in the front there. Let's push that off to the side so it's out of the way. There we go. Again, front pouch is nice. Again, this bag's awesome. It's got a ton of pockets in it. And again, if you look at the name right here, it's called the Considerable Embarrassment, which I absolutely love. Very classy. In the front here, we have another pouch. Let's go and open that up. All right, now this is where I kind of get into some of the gear that I use. Power bank for my cell phone, always nice to have. You never know if your phone's going to be running out, if you're going to be having to run around and stuff. So this is a 12,000 milliamp pack that I've had for a very long time. I did a video on this, bought this on Amazon years ago, and it still runs like a boss. Again, cell phone charger to plug in. Nice to have that in case you need to charge your phone. Got a spare set of earbuds that I use with the laptop. These are just some old earbuds that came with my iPhone. I just keep those around in an old Civivi knife case, but again, there's nothing in here that actually violates school policy. I don't take any weapons or anything to school. I'm not allowed to. Really, nothing is allowed. Again, another flashlight. And again, these little mag lights are great. They're like $8 to $10, so if something happens to them or I lose them, it's no big deal. What I like about this one, and this is just the old non-LED model, if you take off the top, you have a torch. And so this can light up a nice area like a classroom or a hallway. And like I said, over 23 years in the classroom, I've had situations where the power's gone out for hours. And you're sitting in there and it could be very dark, it could be stormy, you got to light up the hallway so kids can get out. You know, we do have auxiliary lighting that kicks on and stuff like that, but it's nice to have a nice, just a decent flashlight that just works when you need it to. And really, we're almost getting to the end here. So, checkbook, you'll be surprised when you need to write checks as a teacher. It happens, fundraisers and stuff like that, or you got to make a deposit for something. I've got just a few checks in here that I think I buy checks like maybe once every decade, and that's it. It seems like I move and then I got to order new checks, so it never fails. Adapters, this is a little 3-in-1 adapter. This thing is pretty slick. So it's USB on this side, and then right here we've got the old, well, the current, like the outgoing iPhone adapter, USB-C on this one, and then just the old school USB 2 or whatever that is, your micro USB port. These come in so handy, especially if you need to plug something in or charge something. It's amazing the devices that you end up having to like run at times in the classroom. Get that out of the way. And then the last thing that we have here is just a quick this is just an HDMI adapter that plugs into the laptop. So with that Mac laptop, they all use this, I guess maybe Thunderbolt port or whatever they call it. This particular plug, which is basically compatible with USB-C, this will run HDMI so you can plug into a projector if you need to. And again, I know I've got that big dongle in there, but this is just my absolute backup if I need one for a conference or presentation. You'd be amazed how many presentations I've saved or gone to where somebody's little dongle malfunctioned and they needed one, so I just got mine out and they used it and they got by. back up everything on a flash drive, my desktop. All my important files are here, as well as in the cloud. I'm still old school. This is just a 32 gigger. It actually holds a good chunk of what I've created so far. And it's a USB to, again, Thunderbolt or USB-C, whatever they call it. There's two different standards for it, one for Mac and one for everybody else. Again, I get these little dongles on Amazon for like 8 to 10 bucks a pop, and there's a lot of stuff that I do buy out of pocket because these are the things I need. So other than having like, you know, hats and gloves and water bottle and stuff like that, this is pretty much all we take with us every day when we go to school. The bag's holding up pretty good. It's starting to get a little bit of wear. You know, after basically, you know, four years of daily use, not to mention the fact it's basically pushing probably close to 20 years old at this point. It's been a great bag, so I really do like it. So that is it. That is what I take to school every day. It seems like a lot of stuff, but I'm always tossing a few things in there. But I also like to leave room in case I need to stuff something in there, like some extra clothing or whatever, gloves, hats, you know, stuff like that to basically get by. But otherwise, that's it, guys. So thanks for watching my EDC 2023 fall bag dump, I guess you could say, of a high school teacher. All right, guys, I want you to have fun. I want you to be safe. And as you know, we will talk to you soon. Oh, last thing, if you got any suggestions for what I should put in there, school appropriate items, obviously, let me know. And hope to talk to you guys soon. All right, bye-bye.